Hey guys, it's King. Welcome to another episode of Get Prepped Podcast, where we talk voice actors, nonprofit leaders, and business owners about a gun beating a game. Get prepped. Today we have another one of our newer voice actors. He's a television host, a radio host. He's acted in some movies. He has some platinum and gold records in backgrounds. He is Kenya Cabine. Thanks for coming on, Kenya.
No problem.
My first question for you is, how did you get into voice acting?
Well, I got into voice acting because I was doing radio before doing voice acting for 20 plus years in the Savannah and Myrtle Beach market. So I used to do commercial radio in the Savannah market. It was hip hop, R&B, dishing dirt on all of your favorite celebrities, playing the hits. I did that, and when in 2018 I decided to just kind of make that crossover into the film industry by attending the Georgia Film Academy. The guy at the Georgia Film Academy, shouts out to John Grace. I love John Grace down at the Georgia Film Academy. And Savannah was like, look, you have a presence. You need to be in front of the camera. And I was like, well, I'd rather be behind the scenes. I want to be like, working behind the scenes. He said, no, you need to be in front of the camera. So that was how my journey into acting and doing voiceover started from that. Because, of course, with the acting, I have this voice that's very recognizable throughout the Southeast, and I've won like awards and all this kind of stuff. So it was just inevitable that I crossed over into doing voice acting. So that's how it all happened.
That's great. A lot of the people I've had on here got their start in the acting field with radio, so I'm definitely glad you got your start that way. My next question for you is, what was your favorite role to take on?
Favorite role to take on so far, I played a guy named Sammy in a Tyler Perry show called All the Queensmen, and that was actually my first voiceover gig. And it was super exciting to go on this massive studio here in Atlanta, Georgia, because I live here in Atlanta, Georgia, to, just record my scene for the TV show. And it was crazy. It only took me like 10 minutes. And I only did like two takes. I did two different versions so they'd have something to work with. And it happened so fast. And I gotta say, shouts out to Tyler Perry, because that was one of the biggest voiceover paychecks I've ever received.
Awesome. That's
So it's
really
true what they say about him. It's true what they say. He pays very well, and that's what's needed in the industry. So shouts out to Tyler Perry.
I absolutely agree. Tyler Perry's amazing. My next question for you is, what was a funny or challenging voiceover experience that you can talk about?
I think a challenging voiceover experience for me was last year. I did my first audiobook, and my first audiobook was called Americana. It's a horror anthology by an author by the name of Jordan Hood. Is out right now on the on Audible and all that kind of stuff. But to record it, Caden, that it took a minute because I had to do all of my editing, and it's an anthology, so it's not just a book with just like several characters. It's like a whole bunch of characters, and I have to be able to embody each character in each different chapter. And it was like 60 chapters. So when I tell you, bro, it was a lot of work, but I'm so glad that I did it because, of course, people always say, and I'm sure you've heard this a lot. Everyone says everybody wants to be a voiceover artist. Everyone wants to do voiceover, especially when they find out what we do, right? But they don't understand that we have to be able to break down that character and understand who that character is, embody that character to be able to portray them correctly. So when you have like all of these different characters in a book, man, that was challenging, but I got through it. I'm super proud of myself that I did it.
Um, that's definitely a great feat to get into. 300 pages definitely sounds like a lot. I couldn't imagine myself doing that. My next question for you is, what's something you've learned throughout your voiceover career that you wish you knew when you first started?
Well, what I wish you said, what I wish I learned.
What you wish you knew when you first started?
Oh, I mean, just really just the hard work. You know what I mean? Because everyone thinks it's really easy, and it's not, right? Like I went into it like, oh yeah, I'll just be able to record this. And no, I have to really be able to sit down, do a character analysis, break down who this character is from, their favorite color to their likes, their dislike, and, their education level, how they grew up, all that kind of stuff. I didn't know that in the beginning. I had no idea. So I didn't know that that's what comes with really being a true solid voiceover talent, but I'm enjoying it now, man. I love it.
I can definitely tell. Hell, and I absolutely agree. It definitely takes work to do stuff like voiceover or what I do, interviewing people. You have to find an email or the management's email. In fact, just today, at the time of this recording, I interviewed firefighting for another company, and that interview alone was a hassle to get because the artists and the guests are great to work with. It's their management you got to get through, especially when some of the management charges for interviews. I missed out on 3 different opportunities because they charged. I won't say their names, have respect, but uh, it definitely takes hard work. I definitely relate to that. My
Yeah.
last question for you is, if you could take on any voice role, past or present, who would it be and why?
If I could take on any voice role, I would,
Yes.
any voice role, like I would love to do like something like on the lines of James Earl Jones and like The Lion King, Mustafa, Simba. Right? I got
Oh, that
it.
is good.
Like that would be awesome for me. And that's really the goal for me is to do animation. But I am super excited about the Get Prep video game. Like this is actually my first video game that I booked. So I want to send shots out to the whole Get Prep team. Shots out to you and also to my managers at Alexander White Agency, Laura, uh, and Taylor, because this is really huge for me and I'm super excited. Like I'm super excited.
I'm super excited about this game too. And James Earl Jones is definitely a good choice. A lot of the people I've talked to have said James Earl Jones. That's how
Mm.
much of an impact he made. Anyways, that's going to do for this interview, guys. Thank you so much to Kenya for coming on and sharing the story. If you guys want to see more amazing reviews with those involved in Get Prepped, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Get Prepped channel. And to learn more about the game, scan the QR code here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.